this is when Peter's wife had passed. Peter always, when he was working on a movie, would have a photograph of Helen somewhere on set. And in the Ghoul, he had a photograph of Helen, because that was his wife, and he was speaking of his wife. Oh dear, this is difficult. And he had to remember his wife. And of course, he picked up the photograph of Helen, who had not long been deceased. By this time, Peter was quite skeletal. And he had an aura of sadness about him that was almost tangible. Anyway, he picked up, he's professional, and he does this set. He does the scene, we work on it. And everyone's watching Peter, everybody, totally focused on Peter. So everybody adored Peter. So then Freddie wanted another take. I think he did 6 takes in all, which was unimaginable. I've never gone through that many takes in any of these movies, ever. And the crew were getting restless. You know, you can feel papers rustling and feet shuffling, and you can feel a restlessness in the room, in the stage. And in the end, it was so hard to watch Peter go through this, because you knew that he wasn't acting at all, and he was really literally breaking down in front of everybody. And we were all watching this happen. And in the end, Freddie said, and Peter said, "I can't do this anymore, Freddie. I have to go." And he left, and he'd never walked out on a set before, and he left the set. And I looked around, I mean, I was weeping anyway, I couldn't help it. And everybody, all the crew were doing this, wiping their eyes and quietly walking away. The silence was quite deafening, and they put the lights out, and everything went black. And I think that said everything, because Peter was so adored, and they couldn't bear. I think Freddie didn't do it to be cruel, not by any means. He saw what was coming out of Peter was something so amazing and so worthwhile. He wanted to keep it and to treasure it and have it on film, but the cost was immense. The cost was terrible, and it stayed with me. That's always stayed with me, because the sad thing is that's how I most remember Peter, and I don't want to, because he gave me such happy times.